sending my deepest and heartfelt condolences to everyone who have lost someone in the New Year tragedy that happened in New Orleans. It's horrible what has transpired. I don't wish this on anyone. My condolences. And we have to keep each other lifted up. And this is very tragic. And I also would like to let you guys know about the different codes that hospitals are in when a disaster or tragedy happens, the different codes that hospitals are in, and that you are aware of it when you hear different codes that are being called in the hospital. Maybe that you're in there and you don't know what the codes are. So it's best that we are aware of that as well. And I'll be showing you that in the next video. And like I said, let's just keep each other lifted up in prayers. I'm so sorry what happened to everyone out there, and I wish that didn't happen. And stay tuned to the news to know for more updates as well. This video is an update with new information on the survivors in New Orleans truck attack on New Year's.
We continue to take in new information, new details about this deadly New Year's Day attack in New Orleans. At least 15 people killed, dozens injured, when that driver intentionally sped through a crowd of people celebrating on Bourbon Street on New Year's Eve into the early hours of 2025. The FBI is investigating it as terrorism. And many of the victims are now fighting for their lives, taken to University Medical Center here in New Orleans. And we are joined now by the center's chief medical officer, that is Dr. Jeffrey Elder. Dr. Elder, thank you very much for joining us on what has to be a very difficult morning. You've got all those patients there. Can you give us an update on the number of people still under the care of your doctors there and their general condition?
Sure. We have, as of today, we have 15 patients still in the hospital, and their conditions range from critical to stable.
And doctor, every event like this, whether it's a mass shooting or something else, presents unique challenges. This is a vehicle ramming. What has that meant for the work of your nurses and doctors and surgeons there at the hospital?
Yeah, this was a complicated incident. We had a mix of both blunt trauma from the collision with the truck as well as penetrating trauma from gunshot wounds. So we had a mix of very critical patients that came to our hospital, others that were walking wounded, and we had 26 patients in a matter of minutes show up at our facility that we had to take care of.
You've also got a family reunification process unfolding there at University Medical Center. A reporter for the Times-Picayune, the local paper here in New Orleans, was there for some of it. It was just about as sad as our viewers would expect it to be, but at times uplifting as people were reunited. Can you talk a little bit about how your location came to be the spot for all of this and how the process unfolded?
Yeah, as we really became the epicenter of what was happening on the healthcare side with the hospitals, we had the most number of patients here. We worked with the city of New Orleans and the health department to have space available for those families to come in to try to reunite them with their loved ones that were here, and ultimately have any notifications that needed to be made then here at the hospital with the health department in the city.
Doctor, this was a holiday for the doctors, the nurses there at your hospital as well. I imagine New Year's Eve happens, you're celebrating with patients. It's a lighter moment, and then you get this code yellow and all these patients coming in, all these victims' lives have to be saved. How are the staff of the hospital? I know they're trained. I know this is what they're supposed to do, but they're also people. How are they holding up this morning?
They're holding up well. I mean, this is tough. This is difficult. We take care of patients that are critically injured all the time. but to take care of this number of patients all at once is tough for everybody. You go from having a good night working in the ER to, what could be looked at as mass chaos for a few minutes as you start to get everything together and moving and coordinated. And so, our staff here have done a tremendous job. We had people come in on their days off early in the morning as soon as they heard about it. We had the staff that were here caring for our patients. And we're going to continue to take care of our patients, and we're going to continue to take care of our staff that are here so we can continue to perform our mission.
Yeah. Residents here taking care of one another. Dr. Jeffrey Elder, you were born here, raised here, and now you have a very important job this morning, doing it admirably. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And this video has been brought to you by CBS News. That are called, and if you're in the hospital visiting someone, or you're, admitted in the hospital, you know what the codes are. And when the tragedy that happened January 1st, 2025 in New Orleans, they were in a code yellow. So code red is fire. Code pink, infant or child abduction. Code blue, cardiac or respiratory arrest. Code green, combative person. Code gold, bomb threat. Code orange, hazardous material spill or release. Code gray, implement. Code purple, security only response. Code yellow, emergency or disaster. Code silver, active shooter. And here is the chart for each code. And here's some more information on each one as well. You pause the video or come back, to my video to see what the codes are. You can also look it up in your search engine as well to get more information. I just thought this would be great for everyone to know about each code while you're in the hospital, or when they're talking about it in the news, to know which codes are and the meaning behind them. Thank you guys for coming to my page, to my channel. I will always keep you updated. Subscribe to see all the new updates that I will be talking about here in 2025. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope that I'm giving you guys some great information, because I think so. But also, I just hope that everything will get better. This year has to get better from here on out. And it will. You gotta keep a positive attitude going forward. Through hard times, we have to keep pushing and keep going. And I hope that all the information we get put out there, and the right information as well, on this tragedy that has happened in New Orleans. Well, thank you guys for being here. Stay tuned.